welcome to Scattered Travel TV. I'm your host, Debbie Gerber, here with some quick travel tips. Today we're going to talk about how weather flags give you warnings, as well as how to put on your snorkeling gear so that you don't fall over in the water. Let's take a look at a couple of these quick tips today.
Okay, put the snorkel on first. Be about knee deep in the water. Sit down in the water and put your fins on. So you're sitting so the water isn't resistant, then turn over and swim away. That's the proper way to put on your fins and snorkel so you don't get knocked over in the water while you're putting them on. If you end up walking, walk backwards in your fins, and then you won't get knocked off your feet. If you walk forward, you're going to fall.
Putting on your snorkeling gear is just one little bit of what you need to know in order to go snorkeling. Snorkeling, if you are a beginner, is something that looks really easy and can be, but there are some real pitfalls that you have to watch out for. One of the things that I most often see gets a snorkeler in trouble is that they get in an area that they're unfamiliar with. They get too close to coral or close to like a rock that is sharp and has coral edges on it, and then the waves come in and push them into that and cut them up, or they are floating along nice and calm and don't realize that the area that they're floating in is really shallow with coral underneath them, and they end up getting all scraped by the coral because the waves will brush you, and it actually changes the level at which you are in the water with that coral, so it'll, you know, kind of suck you down on that coral. So you want to be really careful that when you are snorkeling, that you know where you're at and you know the depth of the water, and that you know you're not where you're going to get cut up on coral. Another one of the things to be aware of when you're out snorkeling is that you really shouldn't stand up on the coral. So if you're going out and you get tired or you want to rest, don't stand up on the coral. It's really bad for it. The whole purpose of snorkeling is getting to see fish, and if everyone ruins the coral, and you're just one person, but each person that goes out is just one person, and it ends up ruining the coral. So you need to be careful that that doesn't happen. Snorkeling is something that is fun, but it is safer to do if you will do it in pairs, or at least in a group of people that can watch each other. You can get out there, you can end up having a cramp, you can have get caught on coral, get jellyfish stings. There's all kinds of things that can happen to you while you're snorkeling. So you need to snorkel with someone. Don't snorkel by yourself. While we're on the subject of that, again, if you're in an area you're unfamiliar with and you're going to snorkel there for the first time, go ask the local people or people that are in a dive shop or something what is in the area so that you're aware of it. Know what kind of currents there are. You don't want to get in a current that takes you out too far and then it's too hard to swim back. If you're not an excellent swimmer, or just for safety's sake, if you're not in a familiar territory, it's a good idea, if you're going to go out very deep at all, that you wear a life jacket while you snorkel as well. Check your snorkel equipment before you go out. Make sure that your fins fit, that your mask doesn't leak, and that you know how to use your snorkel so that you can have water come up over the top of you if a wave comes over you or you dive down, and that your snorkel doesn't fill with water, that you know how to breathe use a snorkel. So those are just some of my tips for snorkeling. Snorkeling is a blast. I've had so much fun and seen so many fish. The only one that really scared me, which is really dumb, is a little pencil fish. Came straight at me in the water like he was just going to hit me right in the mask. And I was in just knee-deep water, and boy, did I jump up. So even a little fish can get you. If you get worried at all while you're out snorkeling, make sure that you are calm, that you have someone with you, so that if you need to take a breather, you know how to tread in water maybe turn over on your back and rest for a minute so that you don't panic and swallow that salt water, because you can really start coughing up a storm if you swallow some of that. So take precautions, know where you're at, have good snorkel gear, and have a lot of fun out snorkeling. Come join us at www.scattertravel.tv for more travel destination information, travel tips, blogs, just all kinds of things that will be interesting to you if you travel. We also have some awesome gear and even like the cameras that I use to videotape and to take pictures for the video show. So come join us and take a look at our website.